Most people are building the wrong thing, and they will not realize it until it is far too late. They spend years constructing their reputation before they have built their character, polishing their image before they have formed their identity, chasing wealth before they have developed the wisdom to hold it. And then one day, usually in a quiet moment when the noise of life dies down, they feel it. That hollow feeling, that sense that something is missing despite everything they have accumulated. I have watched this happen to people my entire life, and I can tell you exactly what that missing thing is. It is themselves, the real version of themselves that exists beneath the performance, beneath the titles, beneath everything the world sees and applauds. That is what needs to be built first, and until a person builds that, nothing else they construct will ever truly stand. Here is the truth that most people are not ready to hear. The world will always reward your outside before it rewards your inside. It gives applause to your appearance, recognition to your achievements, and admiration to the image you have carefully constructed. But none of that means anything, and I mean absolutely nothing, if the person living beneath all of that is still fragile, still lost, still quietly running from himself. I know this not from theory, but from experience. I had recognition. I had talent that the world acknowledged. And I still found myself standing in emptiness until I understood that the only building worth doing first is the building that no one else can see. So ask yourself honestly right now, who are you when no one is watching? Who are you when the applause stops and the room empties and it is just you, alone, with nothing but your own thoughts for company? That is the real you, and that is precisely where the work must begin. The first thing you need to understand is that you cannot build what you cannot see clearly. Most people have never genuinely sat with themselves long enough to do an honest examination of who they actually are. They are always moving, always reaching for the next distraction, always filling the silence with noise, because silence has a way of forcing honesty, and honesty has a way of being deeply uncomfortable. But here is what I know to be true after everything I have lived through. The most powerful investment you will ever make is the investment of sitting down with yourself in complete stillness and asking, who am I really, and who do I want to become? Not the version others expect from you, not the version shaped by fear or by the weight of other people's opinions, the truest version. The one that exists before the world gets its hands on you. Find that version. See it with clarity. Because you cannot build toward a destination you have never taken the time to clearly define. The second thing you must understand is that real inner strength is never built in comfort. Every person you have genuinely admired in your life was shaped by difficulty, not despite it, but because of it. And there is a crucial difference between those two things. I spent years in conditions that stripped away everything I thought I was, and what I discovered on the other side was not weakness or bitterness, but a clarity about my own identity that no comfortable life could have ever handed me. Comfort produces ease, and ease is pleasant, but ease does not produce character. Resistance produces character. And character is the only foundation in this life that does not eventually crack under pressure. So if you find yourself always choosing the easy path, always avoiding the hard conversation, always stepping around the work that actually matters, you are not building yourself, and you are not protecting yourself either. You are softening yourself. And a soft foundation cannot hold the weight of a life that means something. Stop treating every difficult moment as something to simply survive and move past. Start treating it as material. Every challenge you are currently facing is giving you something that cannot be bought, borrowed, or inherited. It is giving you depth. It is giving you the kind of understanding that only comes from having actually lived through something real. Ask yourself the next time difficulty arrives, what is this trying to build in me? Because it is building something whether you are conscious of it or not, and the only question that matters is whether you will use what it is giving you or allow it to simply pass through you and leave nothing behind. The third thing I want you to think about deeply is this. Your relationship with yourself is the blueprint for every other relationship in your life. The way you speak to yourself internally becomes the standard you unconsciously accept from others. The level of honesty you are willing to practice with yourself becomes the level of honesty you can tolerate in your relationships. The respect you hold for yourself becomes the minimum you will accept from the world around you. Everything begins inside, without exception. A man who has never learned to respect himself will attract disrespect consistently and not understand the pattern. A man who does not genuinely trust his own judgment will find reasons to doubt everyone who gets close to him. A man who carries unexamined shame will push away the very people who offer him something real. You cannot give what you have not built. So build it inside first. Build the respect, build the honesty, build the trust in your own instincts, and then watch, genuinely watch, how the world around you begins to respond differently. Now here is where most people stop, and I want you to notice if this is you. They understand everything I have just said. They feel it resonate. They agree completely in this moment, and then they go back to their day, and they do nothing differently because understanding without action is just a more sophisticated form of standing still. So I am asking you to be different today. Not tomorrow when the timing feels better, not next week when things have settled. Today, right now. Pick one thing about yourself that you have been consistently avoiding. One truth you keep stepping around. One weakness you have been pretending does not exist because acknowledging it feels too uncomfortable. Look at it directly. Name it out loud if you have to. And then ask yourself one simple question. What would a stronger, more honest version of me do with this? Because that stronger version is not some distant future person you might eventually become. It is the person you begin becoming the moment you stop looking away. The fourth thing you must build is the discipline to act beyond how you feel in any given moment. Your feelings are real, and I'm not asking you to dismiss them, but your feelings are also visitors. They arrive with great intensity, they stay for a while, and then they leave and are replaced by something entirely different. Discipline does not leave. Discipline is the thing that shows up regardless of motivation, regardless of mood, regardless of whether the conditions feel right or whether anyone is there to witness the effort. Most people are waiting to feel ready before they begin, and because of that single habit of waiting, they never truly begin at all. Readiness is not a feeling you wait for. Readiness is a decision you make. Decide today that the person you are becoming matters more than the comfort of how you feel right now, and then move, because movement creates momentum, and momentum is what transforms intention into an actual life. The fifth thing, and I believe it is the most important of everything I have shared with you, is that you must stop running from your own suffering and start building an honest relationship with it. Not a relationship where you seek it out or celebrate it unnecessarily, but a relationship where it no longer controls you by operating in the darkness where you refuse to look. Bring it into the light. Look at it without flinching. Ask it honestly what it has been trying to teach you, because suffering that is faced with open eyes becomes wisdom, and wisdom is the most durable thing a human being can carry. It cannot be taken from you. It does not depreciate. It becomes woven into who you are, and it makes you capable of navigating the hardest moments of your life with a steadiness that nothing external can ever produce. So here is where I want to leave you today. The life you are looking for is not built out there in the world. It is built in here, inside you, in the quiet moments when you choose honesty over comfort, in the difficult moments when you choose growth over retreat, in every single small decision where you choose who you are becoming over how you appear to others in this moment. Start today. Build your character before you build your reputation. Build your courage before you wait for your confidence to arrive. Build your honesty before you worry about your image. Because the person you construct on the inside is the person who will carry everything else you create in this life. And if that foundation is strong, if it is honest and deep and genuinely yours, then nothing the world throws at you will have the power to bring it down. The building starts now, and it starts within you.